Hey guys, Borry Berry here. Thought I'd just do a little video of just a couple of bushcraft stuff, which I end up talking more the spirituality usually. So this I'm trying to keep just on the topic of bushcraft things. Just a couple of little things I was like, oh, this would be cool to share. See if I can remember everything. Oh, you like this? We've started. I don't know what's going on there. Just a little beard. Put some rubber bands around it. Hopefully it doesn't drop off. So yeah, so I want to show you some little. I call them survival things because to me they are survival. One of them is I watch a lot of movies. If you know me personally, and I would have said in other YouTube videos, and I watched one based, I think it's called Outback. It was based on a true story, and I find a lot of tragic events. There's often series of mistakes that often happen, just like when there's a safety. When people get hurt in big companies, there's usually a series of things that happen that end up leading to someone getting hurt. And just the thoughts I had when I was watching it, one of the things they did, things I naturally learned to try to practice. I don't always do a good job of it. And it's not, for me, it's not about being anxious. It's about making survival part of your life, preparedness. Because to me, it's not so much survival, it's preparedness. Because you'll find a lot of survival things you end up having working in your life to be a practical thing that actually you end up using. And to me, that's the real type of survival that I try to go for that actually works. It's kind of like I've said in older videos, people prep for survival, for example, you know, whatever it is they might think will happen or to be ready for. And, you know, they'll think they'll be eating rice and drinking water in a corner. And I just think survival's much more holistic. It's about having morale. I find morale's powerful. It's about having community. It's about what you can give out. I think it's actually more about your skills, more about what you can give out than just hoarding food and just hoarding rice and water. But even that's better than nothing. It's a bit hot in this van. I cooked a meal earlier and it's just heated up from the day, and tomorrow's cooler, so I'm excited. So one of the things I wanted to say about this Outback movie, which I do recommend if you like that kind of realistic, based on true story, like full on what people go through and whatnot. One of the things they really didn't do in this movie, and I'm guessing, I don't know how much of it is related to what actually happened, but is they didn't bring enough water. And I find my van always try to have plenty of water. These are 80 cents, 90, 80 cents. There's a few things I want to say on that. So I always try to make sure I got plenty of water. Now if you've got a vehicle or something and you're out in the middle of nowhere. I've actually been in this scenario a few times, and I mentioned in one of my older videos I told about a scenario where I went hunting for wood and I left my van and I had a couple of things on me and I lost the van, and I went against my instincts and went completely the opposite way and found my van, which was, I can't give myself credit for that. I really think God did something with that, because I was all alone. No one knew where I was. Anyway. So I try to treat it. So when I'm traveling or I'm out in the woods somewhere I don't know where I am, the place where I'm staying at the moment, I know where I am. If I go for a walk, I know where I am. But even then, it's wise to have certain habits and do certain things. So plenty of water. It's a cheap fix. It's so valuable. I can't remember what it is. You die after 3 days without water, something like that. You guys might know better than me. Very important, very important. So for that price, 80 cents. Well, you're better off overdoing water, because I find I've never really regretted having too much water. So there's a tip there. Again, a lot of survival stuff can be very gimmicky. I find it's better to be like I don't always wear it, but as I've showed in other videos, little neck knife I made, clicks in and out. It's sharp, it shaves. It's not a big knife, but it's razor sharp, so which is better than a big blunt knife at times. Hear the click? I'm pretty proud of that. That's my own little one. Pretty cool, eh? Hey, Borry made that. I was selling them back when I was making them, and might have sold only 2 other ones. No, 3 other ones. And at the time, I kind of knew it. I was like, guys, grab them, because I'm not going to be making these all the time. So yeah, it's one of those things. You got to put the sense of urgency on people. Now, this is something I was excited about showing you. So in here, there was another lotion that's pretty good. It was like a lanolin, which is the oil that comes from sheep, which is really good. But in here, I've replaced it with Vaseline. Now, this is cool. Okay. So Vaseline is really cool. I'll tell you why. It can be really good for dry, cracked skin, chafing, making ointments and balms. It's also, did I just say this? Anyway, it's really good lubricant. So if something needs a bit of lubrication, it's such a good, it's like a grease. You can use it like a grease. So Vaseline, I highly recommend. You can make really cool survival flame things. Stuff covered in Vaseline, like cotton wool, will burn for ages. Vaseline. Sorry. Petroleum jelly. Vaseline, I think, is more the brand. But highly recommend buy that stuff. It's cheap. Have a few bottles of it. I'm surprised I only have this one at the moment. Now, in this Vaseline that I put in here, I've made, after all my research and things that I follow and everything like that, is, give me a sec. I got Skyrim playing on the game for music. I don't know if you can hear it. So I've mixed tea tree oil in there. This cost me $20, but it's worth it. I'm sure you can buy it cheaper somewhere. Tea tree oil is amazing. It's antiseptic. It's really good for like, it's got a nice smell. It's antiseptic. It doesn't burn your flesh, because some powerful antiseptics, if they're not diluted and stuff, they'll burn your flesh like Dettol. So Dettol needs to be diluted. It's, yeah, not a bad smell, really good antiseptic. I even saw Joe Rogan using it in something where he was putting it on his feet, and he was saying it kills. Like if you get, it's kind of gross, but you'll encounter it when you travel and you use different showers and stuff like me, is foot fungus, tinea and all that crap. Sorry, I sound pretty vulgar saying that, but it's really gross. But this will kill it. This will kill it. I wear Crocs, so I like to put it on my Crocs. Kind of gross, but yeah, This stuff, amazing. Tea tree oil is like, it's perfect. So I've mixed that in there, just a good amount. And I've mixed it in. I've also mixed in just for the smell and for qualities. It's antiseptic qualities. It smells nice. I'm pretty sure it's got other qualities and frankincense. And it's just a beautiful smell. Wow, that smells amazing. So now this balm or ointment that I've made, it's gold. There's a lot of it. It was fairly cheap to make. Like it is cheap to make. I could have used a whole thing of Vaseline, but I didn't want to. I thought I'd just use that much. That you can put on your whole body. That would not hurt you. You can put this on with that mix that I put in. You put it in your whole body. The only reason the only place I wouldn't recommend it is if you're going to be in the sun. It'll probably won't be good in the sun. It'll probably help you burn quicker. So that's probably where I wouldn't recommend it. It's good for your pink bits, if you get my drift. It's good for all the like just keeping yourself clean and stuff and fresh. Don't mean to be gross, I really don't. But I like to be real with you guys. So how cool's that? So there's a little tip for you guys. You can make an ointment, and like I said, that can be a grease. Like, you know how I tinker with things. You can oil something up, something a bit squeaky. Yeah, even with all that stuff in it. And like I said, it's pretty much good all over your body. And probably the only other reason you wouldn't smother yourself in it might make you look all greasy. You know, maybe if you're like me, you're very greasy naturally, and you kind of don't want to smear it everywhere. But that is gold. You get a cut. You have a good dose of tea tree oil in there. You get a cut or something. You cover it over with this stuff. That also help you with protection from and healing from things like I was going to say flus and colds, but another ointment you can make. I guess the big difference is camphor. Camphor laurel is like a what you get in Vicks and stuff, chest rubs. So Vicks is a good one. So you can get Vicks. It's not as versatile because you don't want to put Vicks on your pink bits, if you get my drift, So it's not versatile in that. But if you, sorry, I'll crack myself up. So this tea tree oil, if you mix it with Vicks, it's not good on your sensitive parts. Yeah, so there's a little heads up there. But that tea tree oil mixed with Vicks is going to be really good for like chest rubs and if you're sick, especially if you're in a van like me in a small environment. And so keep in mind a lot of what I'm talking about now. If you can picture yourself in a situation where you're in a forest, you're camping for a long time, maybe you live in a van. It is good for home. I'm not trying to say none of this is good for home. Of course it is. But for me, it's all about surviving with basics and understanding things and putting them together and how they work. And I'm definitely a student, so please don't think I'm coming from a spot like, hey, I know all about this stuff. And like I said, I don't really like to compare, so I don't really know what to compare myself with. I just know what I know, You might turn around and go, wow, you know a lot about this and you know a lot about that. And maybe it helps. I hope it helps. So yeah, there's a little heads up. It's all stuff I've probably mentioned at one stage. Like in my van, and it's a real cozy thing. Really good for morale. Like my van's always got something somewhere. There's food, That's why I'm all for being clean, but I don't like to be too neat. because neat doesn't mean, it means you know where everything is, and it's kind of, neat can mean often be over managed with energy, and it can be, oh, I just have what I have and what I'll use. And where me, I try to keep everything clean within reason, but you know, it's a bit, oh, I've got this, I forgot I had that, you know. Yeah, so I hope that helps. Few things I like to carry plenty of. Lighter fluid. When it comes to being able to make fire in survival scenarios, I like to have multiple ways. I do down the line. I better say it that way. I can kind of focus and go towards it. At one stage or rather, I want to do because I need to learn too, and I kind of have done it. Not really successfully, just close. But I want to do starting fires with sticks and all that kind of stuff, like survival stuff. Yeah, but yeah, so Vaseline in cotton wool and stuff, and you put it in certain things is really good for like fire lighters, all sorts of things. So Vaseline is a survival must. Like I said, you can mix it with all sorts of antiseptics and all that. I mean, this is just off my head. I guarantee you can do it. I don't see why not. You could get Vaseline and put betadine through it. There's another antiseptic, like if you, you know, hopefully not, guys, but if you had to do minor surgery or like do some, you know, stitch a wound or something, or you know, you really, someone cuts themselves, you don't want it to get septic and sepsis, and you know, you betadine with Vaseline, like a good amount of betadine in Vaseline, and you can put it over a wound, you know, and it will cover it. It will give it a barrier. Does that make sense? Honey's actually a good antiseptic. I haven't really tested it, but apparently the Egyptians and ancients were using honey. I think it's called plantain. It's like a grassy thing, and this is probably out of the area of my knowledge, but I know I can use it. It's like a grassy kind of weed thing that grows nearly everywhere. Oh, I don't think it's called plantain. Is it called plantain? Anyway, that stuff's a natural antiseptic. You literally mush it up and put it on wounds and stuff. It's even good for lungs. So, you know, you'll dump that in a pot and steam it, and you'll put a cloth over your head. Really good for lung healing and all that. So, you know, you get COVID or a flu, and, you know, and you're bronchial like I did a little while back. That kind of stuff can really save your chops. So yeah, just little things I'm throwing at you, as I tend to do. Yeah, I guess this is it for this episode. I probably will mention something I said in one of my other videos. I don't know if this is the reason. It's probably other stuff, but I said how, you know, how do I say it? If it means saying the right thing, and this is what I was really trying to say, if it means me saying the right thing, so to speak, what God wants me to say, I'll say it, and I don't care the cost, you know, because things cost you things. To step out and speak truth will cost you it sooner or later. And for people right through history, it's even cost their lives. And I'm not trying to place myself in that place with my YouTube, but that's what I was saying when I was referring to, you know, if I lose followers and stuff, and, you know, I consider already how things have been with my YouTube and stuff a success. Because I noticed I lost a few followers recently, and it was probably more the subject matter of one of my videos that I maybe should have deleted. Maybe. I don't know. I didn't. But, yeah, so I lost a few subscribers and stuff, and just want to say, guys, on that note, I absolutely do care. I appreciate all you guys. I really do. I hope I'm expressing that. You guys do matter. It does encourage me a lot, as much as I do want to encourage you guys, whoever you are. I'm thinking about you guys in America, going through stuff with the fires and stuff, and I know it's not the whole of America and all that, and I guess it's good if you're not in that scenario, you know. Yeah, so please do like and subscribe if you can, please. Like I said, you might not like my videos, but maybe you like me. Thanks, guys, for listening. I guess that concludes this episode. Big Borry out.